Okay, let's take a look at the page in Illustrator that we have laid out. This is the 11 by 17 inch page. Taking a look, this is the image close up a little bit so you can see all the pages, and they're related to the actual document that you made. So when you take a look at the segment here, this has the images placed on there, and they correspond to the exact selection here. This is the dummy copy that you have, so you can see the 8 pages. And when this is folded up and over, folding like this, you can see it goes from page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back is page 8. And they all have, depending on which direction you want these images to be on, so that when you're opening the booklet, you're coloring on one side, at least for the inside parts of this. So this is what this selection is here. So once you have these images, this is what this corresponds to. When you zoom out, you can see you have 8 pages that you've laid out for the drawings. And taking a look at the layers, this is the guides that are showing up here. But here you have all of the images on this page. And when you zoom in, you can kind of see here they are laid out on the document page. But when you take a look at one page there, it has the image that you've drawn. And you take a look at the coloring. This is trying to correspond both images, bottom one and top, to just give you an idea of how number 1, 8, 7, and 6 relate to the folded part that you have. They're upside down. Once they're folded over and connected, then they all come together and make the booklet that you'll have to print out. So all we need to do is to print out this 9th page. So I'm just going to turn off this background. I have this image. Just double click on it a little bit. Take a look at it and just go to File, Print. And we probably have some of this set up, but this is set to tabloid and 1 copy. So here's 1 copy, and you can hit the tab key or just come down. Here's the page range. If it's set to all, it says all of them. Page clicks over to page 9. Just want 1 page. If it has all of them, it lets you toggle through all these pages here. Shows you each page from that section on. Since they're hidden, you won't see the imagery on there, but that's what that piece is. So for example, if we cancel this and bring this back and then go to File, Print, you'll see that you have all these pages listed here, and then you can see the imagery that's on each one. But right now it's set to tablets. We'll go to page range, just 9. Cancel that just temporarily to turn this off, just so we have that document. Just wanted to show you the image that shows up here. So page range 9, and then you have other options that you can take a look at. Fit to page, I'm just going to hit Do Not Scale because you want it to print all the way to the edge, because your measurement is regarded to the folding. So if you print to scale, it's going to shrink it down and maybe clip off some of your artwork or fold it onto another document page. Just continue on to this and click inside here. These are all the measurements that you have, plus you can customize it. We're just going to make it tabloid. So that's what it was. So we'll just hit OK on that. And that's the segment for that. And then you just go ahead and print. Now the printer, I don't have it logged on here, is 5051. So just make sure that you have that particular printer. And then what happens is that it goes to the printer, you go out, take it apart, and bring it back. And this is the image that we have here. Let's see if we can take a look at this one with the movie on it. So this is Joe's copy printed up. Nicely done. So we use this as a sample. He has all these images very nicely illustrated. Taking a look at that. Barcelona, all these different locations. So just to keep it simple, you could fold it as a hot dog or hamburger. Hamburger is going to give you a little more ease of folding this, and you want to make this match as best you can. So I'm trying to match the corners perfectly, because we're just doing 1 copy. If this was mass produced, it would be done mechanically. Come right down the middle and go right out to the edge and come out to the edge this direction. And you can take a thing to burnish. I'm just going to use the end of the scissors or pen and just kind of burnish it that way so it gives a nice crease. Flip it over and do the same just to make it easier to pliable to bend that part up. Now you could go ahead and fold this again. I'm just going to fold it together because you could fold it separately. So I'll just try to keep it all together as best I can. Mesh this edge to edge very well. Keep it in the corner here, crease it out. There's that side. Just flip this over. And like I said, you could have made the W shape on your own, but like I said, I'm just going to keep it up. So far I have this shape. In other words, I could have made the W and folded it together, but this way I guarantee that it's kind of even. And now, I'm going to fold it this way. You know, this paper fiber kind of works with and against, so I just want to keep that nice and flush here. Like I said, you only have one paper that you're trying to simulate here. And this, by doing this, just gives me half the paper. Instead of 4 pieces, it's just 2 pieces. Cut that across that way. Many ways to do the origami. This is a nice illustration. Nice execution of all the drawing. So now, open this up like so. And this is the part where the W comes into play. Like I said, I could have cut that and folded that to be the exact size, but this is to represent this. This is 8.5 by 11, right on top of the tabloid, but the same concept is ready to go. Now all we need to do, as you notice from this one, is to cut. This one was just torn. Now we're going to cut it so we can keep a nice section here. I'm just kind of folding that to get that edge. Try to keep it nice and accurate as I possibly can here. And just cut this down the middle. And there I have it. So now, I have this piece. Fold it over like so. You can double it up. Across, fold it over. And basically, it has this selection over the top. And if you notice, you're trying to keep the first page right here on your copy to have a fold just for the initial grabbing of it, because the rest of it's going to skip one where it's a gap, and then the third one's a folded crease at the top and the bottom. If you turn this upside down, you'll notice that they're all of them are folded and open. So just a matter of structure and trying to keep that together. So now you have your booklet placed across this way here. This way you can turn this one sideways to do the coloring. Two for that direction. And this one they go left or right. And then at the end. So there you have it. Inside page of your coloring book, all based off of your original design. Nicely done.